Yo, what's going on everyone? We just got to Fitzroy. We're going to this place called Trippy Taco. I'm with the homies How You Feel and the guys from Rejuvenator. We're just gonna get some good vegetarian Mexican food. If you guys ever come to Melbourne and you are staying anywhere near Fitzroy, make sure you check out Trippy Taco. That was a painting. The amount of detail that went into that painting. And what do you reckon that painting that we saw
of the old people? Yeah,
the old people. That was spray paint. You think?
Yeah, that was
spray
out
paint.
Of a can.
Out of a can. That's insane.
Out of a can.
That's absolutely insane that someone can get that like detail out of a can. Hey, June.
Hola.
How you doing?
I feel like paparazzi. First to get so many calls and then I get a video up in my face. Yeah.
Apparently, right now we're going to be headed to the biggest shopping center in Melbourne. It's called Chadstone.
It's called www.cocaine.com.au.
I've already put in your banner in the video. I have no money to spend at this shopping center, so I just plan on... No, I'm not gonna steal anything. No, but seriously, I have no money to spend at the shopping center, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of window shopping. Eugene, it's good to see you again. I've said the final goodbye to Eugene probably 10 times so far. Just got to this mall, and what was it, 3 lanes to get in and 5 lanes to get out? They've got crossing guards. Like, you have to wait to cross, because if you did not have a crossing guard, you would not be able to drive here at all, because there's that many people here right now.
We're gonna look for some Gucci shoes, maybe some Balenciagas, or just something nice to reward ourselves because the last week has been crazy.
These guys are buying a whole bunch of nice stuff, and I'll probably buy like a water. I'm in Adidas right now, and Australians call it Adidas. Is that right? Is that the right way to say it? Is it Adidas or Adidas? What do you call it, Hal?
Adidas or Adidas, doesn't it?
It doesn't really translate too well, does it?
Then I would cry.
Foot Locker had a couple of things, but like I don't really know why I ever bother like examining Foot Lockers, because they're pretty much the same across the entire globe from what I've gathered. Nothing is ever really different. And considering it's one of the biggest sneaker stores in the world, they're gonna have everything that's for sale constantly all the time, and yeah, it just gets boring. House of Hoops isn't that good either. The reason why I hold McDonald's coffee in Australia to such high regard is because it does not matter where I order it, I always get the exact same coffee. It always tastes exactly the same, and it's delicious. Far out. That was probably the most that I've ever enjoyed myself in Culture Kings since I was like 13 years old. I'm just kidding. I was not living here when I was 13 years old, nor do I think Culture Kings existed when anyone was still old. There's 13-year-olds that exist right now, so that was pretty crazy. We got a couple of coins for the Keymaster. Hal played the majority. He came definitely the closest out of everyone, and I know that those games are just straight rigged, so I was just letting the button go whenever, knowing that I probably wasn't gonna win, but it was nowhere near the hole. That's what she said. All right, so that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this little trip to this. So that shopping center was actually massive, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Now it's time for us to go home and talk about SneakerCon. Oh. All right. So my thoughts on SneakerCon. Where do I begin? It was good, but it could have used a lot of what's the best way to say it, do you think? Could use a lot of improvement.
I would just say that what they needed to do is like what you said all the time. They needed to reach out to locals and actually make it a local event. For me, it felt like it's like an international act coming, and we're just like going there to look at them like petting zoos. Like,
yeah, there were not enough vendors, number one, and the biggest problem that I found was that it was way too long. It should not have been 12 to 7, but from my understanding, apparently they do 12 to 7 for every single event. But in Australia, we're very used to 3 to 5 hour, sorry.
top 3 to 5 hours.
Yeah,
tops.
3 to 5 hours maximum. At around the 5 hour mark of SneakerCon, everyone started just filtering out.
Yeah, because like you've seen everything, and if you don't get there very early, like when the first doors open, you can't buy anything. You don't see all the steals. You don't see. Actually, there was no steals, to be honest.
Nah, the prices were way too high, and a lot of general release Jordans being sold for like $200 over retail.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. You know, like that is the one shoe currently that is. And when I say the one shoe currently, I mean Jordans in general are currently just sitting on shelves. You can't justify $200 above the retail point. You just can't at all. And there were a lot of Yeezys there that were really overpriced as well.
Yeah, that's true. Like things that dropped in price. Like it's cheaper just to even buy it off StockX. Cheaper to buy it off Flight Club. Like if you're going to like SneakerCon and it's cheaper for you to buy it off an internet website like Flight Club, you're just losing.
Yeah,
the whole swap feel of it, or the buying, or
there's no bartering or anything. Like I heard that there are people that were refusing to come down on prices for like dirty shoes and stuff like that, and like, you know, and the Rejuvenator, one of the biggest problems I found was actually not at the Rejuvenator table, but a lot of people were going to the Rejuvenator table to like clean up their shoes and try to ask for more money after they cleaned their shoes. And like people were witnessing this, and that was creating way less sales for a lot of people. I don't know if you saw that.
No, that's a horrible thing to do.
The amount of people that came over and blatantly said, I think I can get more money for this. That's not why we're here. Rejuvenator, that's not why we're there. We're not there to help you get more money, more value out of your resale. We're there to help you clean your shoes. But yeah, the biggest problem, next time, if there is a next time, it would be very beneficial to reach out to the local influence, because they would have pretty much put in line exactly what needed to be done for that to be
successful.
Yeah, and extremely.
not entertaining.
Yeah, entertaining as well.
It was like, this was the problem. We seen other sneaker cons, and are we the last sneaker con on the tour for them? Well,
from what I understand, it never ends. So I'm pretty sure they're going to LA and then Vegas and...
What do you mean it never ends?
It's like WWE. It's just year round.
Okay, anyway, so we've seen a lot of sneaker cons, right? And then they come to Australia, there's no basketball, there's no... In Hong Kong, they had Ray Allen.
That's insane.
And we had a lot of empty dead space.
Yeah, there was a lot of empty tables too.
Yeah, so I was a vendor there, so I had a booth there, right? So you had to get there at 8 o'clock and you weren't allowed to leave or restock throughout any time throughout SneakerCon. So if you sell out and you have more stock in the car, that's it, like it's your problem. But from 8 to 11, and then from 11 to 12, it's nothing. It's nothing, like zero. Like all the vendors just sort of sit and this is what we're doing.
Yeah. One thing I noticed too is, I don't mean to talk bad about the Australian crowd, but you guys don't know how to form lines. I walked outside to hand out free product of Rejuvenator to the line, and there was just a pit of people. And then it's not really, you know, any Australians' fault. It's more the staff's fault.
Yeah, I think, it wasn't very well organized.
Because they were scrambling to form a line when it was time to actually open the doors, and then they're sitting there wondering why a single file line wasn't being formed, and it was a simple answer, and it's because you did not enforce that from the beginning. So everyone just literally pulled into the lobby area, and then when they opened the doors, everyone just rushed the doors to get inside. And I don't know. If there is another SneakerCon, hit us up. Hit Sneaker Freaker up. Hit anyone up.
Hit Kickstand up. Hit the local crews and make it like a more family-based, like we're a sneaker community.
We're not sneaky.
Sneaker community in Australia, and we bond around each other, and it felt like it was just like an outsider coming in, sort of doing their thing, and then we were just like sort of just like bystanders, just looking.
Yeah, I can fully agree with that. You know, exactly like how said, Australia promotes community a lot, and we want SneakerCon to be successful. There's like, I don't think anyone saw it as competition. If that makes sense.
Because we don't get that kind of things down here. Like people, like we barely get great acts, and let alone sneaker.
And I'm talking like concerts. Too. You know, like how many times you go see someone, they're like, oh, it's been like 5 years since we've been out here. Like
exactly.
The best way to put it, like I said, there would not have been a competition there. Anyone who was reached out to would have helped.
Because we just want to see our community grow. It's not like we want to shoot another person in the leg and try to steal business from another person. We're all trying to help each other to make this thing actually work. And like, I didn't get noticed that I was going to be a part of it until like 1 week prior. And they contacted me 6 months prior to be told a week prior that, yeah, cool, like we want you to help us out.
Short summary, SneakerCon was good, definitely could have been better. And if there is another SneakerCon coming to Australia, like I said, and I'm gonna say it again, hit someone up. Yeah,
literally just ask a local. It doesn't need to be me or Chase. It doesn't need to be, you know, it just needs to be a local so they understand what the culture is like here. Because I feel like they just went like sort of like for it, like knee deep straight into it, and with no understanding of what they just expect the same thing.
And the biggest part of the reason why I've asked you to sit down with me here is because I'm not from Australia. You are. It's that you grew up here.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so it's not just me speaking out of my ass. Like he is agreeing with what I'm saying, and I fully agree with what you're saying as well. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about SneakerCon. Is there anything else you want to add?
Let me finish your video.
No worries. That's pretty much gonna end it for this video, to be totally honest with you. I had a pretty eventful day with the homies from Rejuvenator and How You Feel. Make sure you subscribe to them. I will leave the link in the description of this video. Leave a comment, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Like I've said before, there's gonna be a lot more content coming to this channel. I'm actually moving to Melbourne to pursue a career in sneaker restorations. So yeah, thank you guys so much once again for tuning into my channel. Peace.
Don't you